Welcome to the Stratus View demo of the new UI UX. Right now I'm going to go through what our intentions were with the UI UX, show you the new features that we've added with the things that we've touched, and go over the phased program that we have set forth so you know when the entire UI UX will be complete. Right from the start at the login page you can see things are different. We can have the option of going with the classic site just in case you want to do something that's more familiar, but you should feel comfortable when you get into the new UI UX, and that's specifically what this is for, just to show you that all the processes and steps that you've taken previously are all going to be the same that they are last week. So I'm going to log in, and at the login you'll see a stark difference between what we used to have and what we do now. We still have the ability to choose where you actually land when you do log in. That is found up in the upper right now under My Profile. Under My Profile will be the same settings as before, with the user preferences being here and then the last place that you navigate where you want to land. A big difference you'll see is the side organizational tree. We have your organizations, and then under the company we'll have the different locations, and under the locations we'll have the different projects. We have the ability to create favorites. You can see by dragging this out I am able to see the stars. Anything that I star will come on and off of the favorites table. So if I open up the favorites, you can see the two that are starred down at the bottom are located up at the top. If I wanted to remove this one, I unclick it and my favorites are right here. The whole purpose of this is to give you a little bit of a tighter view. You can collapse this as well of the projects that you want to be viewing within this tree. The other difference is that we aren't going down to the last level. With this is the deepest that we are going to get within the tree, because everything else that needs to be done will be able to be done within the breadcrumbs, as well as we're trying to drive towards a navigation within the main page. Another big difference is in the project section. You can actually search for specific projects either by scrolling up and down or typing in letters, and it's going to begin to filter those out for whatever you might be wanting to see within those projects. I'm going to go ahead and start in Accurate. Accurate is a project we have set up here. No matter what project you are in, the landing homepage will be the same. This tiled look is what we're driving towards, since a lot of people are moving towards iPads, touch surfaces, different screens and methodologies. Instead of just using your mouse, you'll be using your fingers and navigating in different ways. We're trying to push towards a larger real estate in the middle, trying to minimize any type of space that we have, as well as have the action by the items, so you don't need to scroll up or scroll down, click things, and then move around. That everything that you need to do should be housed in the location that you're set up. So you'll notice that these are the tabs that we have actually when you come back to the page, and underneath those tabs are all these exact same things that you see nowadays, just listed a little bit different and hopefully a little bit more clear for you. The first phase that we've released on Monday involves 4 items under project management. It's the RFIs, it's the submittals, as well as the daily logs and the transmittals. The last 4 items, the expediting logs, punch lists, issues, and meeting minutes, will be in the next phase, which will be coming out shortly. Subfolder structures are all going to be listed as you see here. The information that's held is the same that it is or that it was last week. The ability to drive down and to do what you need to do, again with the focus being that it is in the same place as the location, is the edit and deletes are located right here. You'll see when I go into the RFIs, we have a different Telerik grid system. If you need to search for specific things, you type in what you want to search for and hit this, and this will give you a slew of different things that you can filter by. I'm just going to click on architecture number 4. The main layout differences that we want to do is do a side-by-side, again giving you more real estate, and when you're using iPads or anything in the field that you might need to use your fingers, that it's a little bit easier to look back and forth and get the information that you want versus scrolling up and scrolling down. This is the question. We have the same layout that we have answers, a little bit different from before. The replies will still go into an area where you can choose the answers, but if I choose a reply and I post this, it comes down to an area that's called the discussion. It's the same thing where we have the answers. Instead of have the check boxes and then going back up to close, you can click the answer right here. I'll put in a second one just so you can see what it's like. So if I come here and click the answer, it will put it into the box, and I'll do that here shortly. First off, I'm going to go down to the bottom and show you one of the other big differences that we've been pushing towards is the file uploader. So you are able to drag and drop items directly into here. So if I wanted to drag this in here, it can be one-to-many files. You see that it's green, and I can go ahead and upload those files. Those files that are uploaded are going to be attached at the bottom as they are previously down here. And then in the replies, if I wanted to click this answer, I could click these answers and they'll be put into the box here. I can click a second answer as well. And all of that will be fed into this item answer box. The connection between the RFIs is still the same, that if I wanted to go back to the sending RFI, all of that information would be posted. Down here at the bottom, you can see this is what I just answered in the previous architect folder, and it's pushed down to the contractor one. Same thing happens if I click on answer here. The same functionality that is pushed down into the answer box is here. So you can see the functionality of the RFI is exactly the same. It's just a different layout in the way we present things. A couple of the other items that we have touched are daily logs. Again, the same processes, the same number of steps. The folder layouts, again, are the same as previously seen. And if you go in, you'll see familiarity with the way that things are laid out by side, but all of the information, again, being the same as before if you want to add new activities and upload things in here with attachments. We still have the print and the reports as we had previously. The next item that we did touch would be the submittals. In submittals, we still are located in a folder-driven environment where you can add folders and subfolders and put the items within those folders wherever you'd like. Here are the items here. This is the new layout for the submittal items where you have the package information up top. To be able to edit it is right here. You have your submittal items with the actions that you want to perform. So if you want to submit 2 or 3 of these items, you can click on which ones you want to submit and perform that action, which will create a transmittal, which I'll show you in a second. And then we also have the file upload here at the bottom. So I will perform this action just to show you that these items create a new transmittal. Those transmittal items are then included at the bottom, and then that transmittal can be sent out according to what you want to do with it. That will be the same steps as before. You can click on the packages items that you would like to return, click on perform item action, and then do the exact same steps as you were previously in order to get to the end result of an approved package. So the last thing that we had changed would be transmittals. In the transmittals, it's just the layout that had changed. We also have down here at the bottom the attached folders, or excuse me, the attached document folders, as well as the attached files that you can put on here. If this is driven from another location within the site, the transmittal attachments would be located right here underneath the item. For items that we haven't touched, such as meeting minutes, it should still be a different look just because of the layout and the way things are colored right now. But like I said, in the next phase, that is when we're going to go ahead and modify these. So it'll be a very similar look to what you see now, that all of these items will be pushed to the left, these will be brought up to the right, and again having a lot of the action being driven wherever that item may be. So if I click on the item, it's still the exact same layout that we have now. Same holds true for cost management. Cost management will be the third phase after getting those last 4 items in project management. All of the way that the items are held is going to be similar to the way they have been in the past since we have not touched this item. So any of the events that need to be cross-referenced into any of the summary are all right here. So you can see this is still the same layout that we presently have. Reports are all going to be the same that we presently have. And the document section is also held similar, not similar, exactly the same as it is right now. That you'll have your current drawings and you can have your revisions at the top. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to our webinar today for introducing the new UI UX. If you have any questions, comments, or need something answered specifically, you can send that email to support@stratusview.com. Again, that's support@stratusview.com. We will be having videos bi-monthly, so every 2 weeks. The next one will be on Friday, the 23rd. We'll most likely cover the UI UX, but we definitely want to hear from you and what you would like to see next. So please keep us posted and keep in touch, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.